Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Chainlink and the fact that it is just broken $25. We have made a new high, a new all-time high, and just kind of like a follow-up to yesterday's video where I was talking about it. And Chainlink was like at 67,000, 65,000 sats, and I said the move to the 20 week is inevitable at this point. Um, and Chainlink just said hold my beer, and the next day is up 20% and is now essentially above the 20-week moving average. If you look on the top left, 20-week moving average is at 76,925, and right now the price is at 77,800, 900 sats. So we are we are currently above the 20-week. That's that remains to be seen if that's going to be where we're going to close for today. Um, and also is if that is the price that we're going to close in 2 days at the weekly close. But um, this is something that's quite astonishing. I mean, the recovery for Chainlink is just beautiful, right? If it's it's one of those tokens that really takes a lot out of you, if you know what I mean. Like, it really gives you these catastrophic like dumps, these bleeds that after every single time people just lose hope with this coin, saying the party's over, this is it. And Chainlink really says hold my beer, and then gives us 2 weeks of just insane green candles. I mean, from the bottom to where we are, we're up 90% against Bitcoin. Down to the wick, we're at 132% above. Um, this is quite, and this is the Bitcoin ratio, which I think is a lot more important than say the U.S. dollar in terms of seeing how an altcoin is performing. Because obviously, if it's not performing better than Bitcoin, then why hold it? Something that was interesting. I mean, it could. I full disclosure, I don't think this is um, something to take note of, but we do see a cup and handle formation, right? There's our cup, our handles here, and then boom, just an acceleration of price. I thought that was just an interesting one. You can call it a cup and handle. Um, you could just call it a clean reversal. And on the weekly chart, that's what it looks like. It just looks like we found the bottom. And realistically speaking, we weren't there for very long. We were there for 4 weeks. You had 4 weeks to accumulate Chainlink at its lowest levels, uh, um, in a long time. Ever since March of 2020, it's never been this low. So let me know in the comments of whoever has bought in the last 5 weeks. I'm curious to see. It's funny when people see this and we're experiencing this. It's really really bad news bears, and when we come down to the latter part of it, it's really despair. And in my perspective, especially when we're early on in the bull market, this is a buying opportunity. This is a really good buying opportunity, and I didn't buy at the very bottom. I bought in these candles here, roughly. So around 65 to, I think, like 47,000 sats is the range that I bought in. So yeah, I definitely did buy at the top, but I definitely did not buy at the bottom. But I would argue that I am satisfied with my position holdings and where I bought them. I thought it was fair. I thought it was less risky than necessarily buying up here. And again, let this be a lesson to anyone who's bought up here. Don't buy into the pump. Like don't buy when it's already up like 60-70% in 2 weeks. I would say the same thing here. Like like people see it at 78,000 cents, and it's up already 120% from the bottom, and then now people are piling on and buying in. Like that's not prudent investing. I don't like you could make money by riding the wave if that's your thing. But in my opinion, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get burned if you do that. And actually, the next video I'm gonna do is all about that. and my gripe with it. Anyway, uh, seeing Chainlink up 20% this week actually isn't as surprising, considering that we know that the weekend, and I mentioned this in my previous video, the weekend shows to be like, it appears to be a good week, a good part of the week for altcoins. Ethereum was one where we saw on the weekend. It gave us these good chunk green candles that really reflect on the weekly. The Link is another one. Uniswap is another one. VeChain is another one. Uniswap. Uh, so we're seeing this. So the next steps is, well, what are we going to do about the weekly close? If we close above the 20-week moving average, um, I think it's really good. We might hug the 20-week moving average for a little bit. I mean, Chainlink does have a tendency to do that before pumps. You can see that there. So that could potentially happen. We could also just keep on moving up and create another mini bubble like what we've done in the past. And that's kind of like why I'm holding Chainlink. I'm waiting for these mini bubbles to happen so I can slowly exit out of my Chainlink positions, and then rinse and repeat. But that is essentially it. It is a wait and see. I mean, enjoy the price action of today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be the crunch time of, well, is Chainlink going to be above, below the 20-week? How far below and how far above does it manage to close? Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.